Everyone, grab a cable! Shoot! Oh, shit!
I'll go ahead and start off this review by saying Gears of War 4 is hands down the best exclusive for the Xbox One yet. Unlike Halo 5, one of the strong suits about Gears of War 4 is the fact that the Coalition was able to connect us to 3 new characters, Kate, JD, and Dell. If you're new to the Gears of War franchise, it's always had a grungy type of hardcore feel, but it's always had well-placed comedy.
Seriously, don't look down.
Okay, do you actually secretly want me to look down?
One thing I really enjoyed about the game is the fact that the Gears of War franchise is still trying to appeal to new players. The beginning of the game starts off with a prologue that takes you through events that have happened previously in other games. With the Locust being dead, in this Gears of War game you have to fight a new enemy, the Swarm, which in my opinion are a hell of a lot smarter than the Locust. Everything that fans like myself grew to love about the Gears of War franchise is still here in this game. Button mashing chainsaw battles during an online match? Check. Raging because you literally have to empty 1,000,000 bullets into the Brumox? Check. The return of the fan favorite game mode Horde? Check. But this time they added it into a few spots in the campaign, which was really fun. And what would a Gears of War game be without a Carmine dying? Check.
Hey, you're not gonna be happy about this, but I know who should see that crystal shit.
Jin has people that can handle this.
Look, you know as well as I do
Dell, no.
that he can help.
Who's Dell talking about?
Now, this isn't really a spoiler, but who they were talking about is, of course, Marcus Phoenix, which is JD's father.
Welcome home, James.
One thing I can really appreciate about Gears of War 4 is how well 60 frames runs on this game. It makes encountering the Swarm and some of their new, tougher enemies that much more fun to play against. I would highly recommend playing through Gears of War 4 with a friend on a higher difficulty. The down but not out system is back, and it's a lot more fun whenever an actual live player is picking you up.
Well?
To go hand in hand with the 60 frames per second of this game, the graphics are absolutely crazy good. I actually died a few times more than I should have at this point during the campaign, which is probably because I kept yelling at my friend at how much this part actually reminded me of getting away on the speeder bikes in Star Wars. With all the cover-based action going on in the game, it was really nice to see Gears of War 4 go back to its roots and still have that survival horror type aspect to it. This game also had a lot of color in the environments, which wasn't expected. But they pulled it off, so I can't complain.
Not a goddamn word.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to talk about the multiplayer. Before we start to mention some of the new power weapons in the game, let's just appreciate the fact that the Gnasher is king again.
Unit suppressing target.
The boom shot, the torque bow, and the sniper rifle all make a return in the game, but it's some of the new power weapons that make Gears of War 4 stand out. I don't know what makes it feel so rewarding, but there's just something about sending the drop shot straight into somebody's head.
Try next time.
The railgun-like M-bar is also nice. Another power weapon in the game is the buzzsaw, and I kind of got a cheap kill killing that guy on the ground right there, but I don't like to use this gun a whole lot because, well, it sucks. Now, this isn't a power weapon, but the gun is called the Enforcer. It's a submachine gun type of weapon, and you can spawn with it. Whenever the game first showed it off, I was afraid it was going to be a little bit too powerful, but luckily, it's extremely well balanced. One thing I really enjoyed about the multiplayer is now you have a third option in terms of what class you want to play with. Switching between characters doesn't change the gameplay up any, but it's nice to know that you have a few options whenever you want to choose a different character. I personally found the robotic movements of the Divis to be a welcomed addition into the Gears of War franchise.
Resistance will not be tolerated.
In terms of game modes, Gears of War 4 offers a few new options. Warzone, Team Deathmatch, and Execution all make a return in this game, but it's some of the newer game modes that make Gears of War 4 stand apart. Killing an enemy leader in the game mode Guardian prevents enemies from respawning. And the game mode Dodgeball is exactly what you think it would be. Kill an opposing team until they have no respawns left, Or survive until you're the last man standing and get a kill and bring back some of your teammates.
Target subdued.
Look at you.
Guys?
Come on, admit it. You lost faith in me for a second.
Did you touch something?
With the best multiplayer since Gears of War 1, and arguably the best campaign in the series, Gears of War 4 is in good hands at the Coalition.